you have now co-founded Zerve. You're one of the co-founders. And to give a little bit of a taste of what this is, it's a powerful IDE, so integrated development environment. And the key thing about it that's different from other IDEs that are already on the market is that it allows you to visually design data science workflows. So you can tell us more about that, but my understanding is that you aim to revolutionize the way data science and AI development are approached. So yeah, fill us
Yeah,
in.
the crazy thing about the space is that, I mean, data science is sort of ubiquitous at this point. Like everybody's talking about it. Every company knows they need to be investing in it. There's huge academic programs being being created by the universities in the space, but nobody's really built a good place to actually develop those kinds of applications. So really, you have two options when it comes to developing data science. You've got like your notebook type environments like Jupyter, that sort of thing. And notebooks are really, really great for exploratory, interactive data analysis, right? You get inline outputs, you get instant feedback on what you're writing. So you can write some code, see some results, and that's going to impact the code you write next. It's great for inline analysis. The problem with notebooks is that they were developed by academics to be used as scratch pads in the classroom. So you can't productionize them. It's impossible. And so what all data scientists do is they start in a notebook and they'll get to a certain point where they go, okay, now we have to get serious. And then they move to an IDE like a PyCharm or Spider or VS Code or whatever it might be. And those are great for writing stable code, right? Those are super great products for developing in, but they suck for data exploration. So like trying to get that interactive analysis that you can get it in a notebook from an IDE is a horror show. So you end up jumping environments from one to the other and kind of fighting with the tools to try and make something that works. I guess SAS is really the only company that tried to build kind of a end-to-end type environment that gave you that code-based interactive feedback, but also was super stable. But of course, SAS stopped innovating back in like 1992 or something. So, like that company's kind of dead. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build data science development environment that gives you all the interactivity and exploratory capabilities of a notebook, but also gives you stability and persistence and all those things you need to actually take your projects and make them into something real.
It's a critical gap. What inspired you specifically to launch it?
Well, so I was a data robot for 7 years.
Mhm.
And that was a wild, wild journey. I think I was employee 30 or 40 or something like that at Data Robot. When I left, we had maybe 15, 1,600 people. So it was crazy, crazy growth. And the thesis at Data Robot was that you don't need to write code to build data science, right? That automated machine learning was the future, and you can do all of this in a low code or no code environment. And certainly the thing that I took away from that experience is that 100% of data science projects require code. Like you absolutely need code. And so if you look at like the product roadmaps for Dataiku and Data Robot and Databricks and all the companies with data in them, they're all integrating notebooks into their environments because they realize you can't do this work without writing code. And the only people that are actually generating value from data these days are coders. So I think we're actually a really long way away from the place where the technology is where it needs to be in order for these low code, no code type environments to really be viable in a really serious business kind of setting for data science projects. And so what we're trying to do at Zerve is build something that is built for experts, for our coders, that's targeted for those people that know what they're doing, and they just don't have any good tools to do it in. So
Nice. Yeah, makes a lot of sense how your experience at Data Robot led you to notice this gap. And yeah, allowing data scientists to be able to write better code, get that into production more quickly. It sounds like a brilliant idea. This is something that my data science team at Nebula, my startup, constantly runs into this exact problem. And most of what we do now is taking, like you say, Jupyter Notebook code and just spending a bit of time, having to spend time that we wouldn't love to be spending to engineer that. Um, we do. There's one data scientist on our team, and there ends up being bugs with the way that this happens. But you can also run Jupyter notebooks from within, say, PyCharm.
So there is a plugin, right, for VS Code. It's actually been downloaded something like 40 million times or something. So the fact that it's as popular as it is, even though it's, you know, it has its drawbacks, I think gives you some sense of the size of the market.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And so I guess for people who are thinking about, they're listening to this podcast right now. They're thinking, "Wow, this sounds like the perfect thing for me. Or this sounds like the perfect thing for the data scientists on my team." Is it like a free tier for people to be signing up right away, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's the idea. So we think we have some values as a company. One of them is to make available a free, valuable product that is always free. So for many people, probably 80-90% of our users, our free tier will be everything that they need, and it'll give them uh, plenty of cloud compute, plenty of cloud storage, plenty of development space in order to do the projects that they need to do. It's really ideal for students, for people that are learning, for folks that are involved in more kind of run of the mill type projects. So yeah, there'll be a freemium tier or a free tier, and then what we call an almost free tier, which bumps up your compute, bumps up your storage, gives you some more features, that sort of thing. Kind of a freemium model for a trivial amount more. So